Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne. And I'm bringing you a video tonight titled Sex Symbol Men and Young, Extremely Beautiful Women Make Sense. They just make sense. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But let's get to it. Sex symbol men and young, extremely beautiful women make sense. They just make sense. And the premise of tonight's video is to the victor goes the spoils. Once again, to the victor goes the spoils. That's a war analogy right there, where the person who wins the war gets to take everything from the country or the opponent that they defeated. Okay, and to the victor goes the spoil. And the war analogy is relevant because in order for you to have young, extremely beautiful women offering themselves to you at your disposal, there for the right reasons, then that is not a normal thing. A man has to go to war within himself to become that attractive, because this is a time in their life from 21 to 27, these young beautiful women. This is when they're going to get the best offers from quality men, and just the best opportunities, the best of everything is going to find them easily, effortlessly in that age range right there. So you have to go to war with yourself to become your absolute best, to have that level of appeal that a woman in the prime, in the top of the prime of her beauty, is going to offer herself to you and not want anything else in return, because you are the experience that is compensation for anything greater than she could ever desire. You have to go to war. And then when you go to war with yourself, all you're doing is making decisions that you're going to continue to ascend and elevate and grow. And you're making a decision that you're going to discover new things about yourself. And you're going to take a fearless approach to manifesting those images that you see within yourself concerning the best that you have to offer to life. You're going to want to desire to be no one other than yourself. So naturally, you're just going to explore yourself. And when you explore yourself and you find out the best and you sharpen the best things that life has offered you, you sharpen your best acts, you develop your best gifts, and you offer those things to the world. Naturally, you're just going to become a man that's always at his precipice. He's always at his best, and he's always improving himself. He's always bettering his best. And when that's the case, then you're on display at that point, because not many men take that level of discipline and continued discipline to continue to explore themselves and find the best and give their best. And not just that, to craft a physique and an appearance that's a reflection of the love that they have for themselves. Not many men are going to take that deep of a dive into themselves. So that's why even the beautiful woman in the prime, in the top of the prime of her beauty, can look at you and say, I have to have you. And that's why the sex symbol man, he's the man that I just described. The sex symbol man and the young, extremely beautiful woman, they make sense. They belong together. And I'll tell you why they belong together. Because she naturally gravitates towards that man. So you don't want to improve yourself, or you just don't want to, take whatever version of yourself that you are right now. You don't want to get young, beautiful women in your space for the wrong reasons. The wrong reasons are that she's looking at you on some sugar daddy type stuff. She's looking at you in terms of what she can gain and what she can get from you, how she can elevate her life and her life situation. Nature is not there. That's not natural attraction. And so what I'm trying to explain is that when you elevate as a man and you continuously give life your best, now naturally the best is going to come back to you. And this is one element of the best, the things that are naturally going to come to you by you becoming your best. That's just how it works. That's just how the game is played. So the right young beautiful women are going to find you and be satisfied with you and not need anything outside of you to remain in your space. They will see you and they will lust and desire you. And so you will be a representation of her first choice, because she's not throwing any hoops or games and power plays and trying to extract things from you in the material world. You are enough. And that's why the sex symbol man, he's rare, because it's rarely that a man can enter the space of a young, beautiful woman and she looks at him and says, I have to have you. I have to have you means you're enough. You are enough. I'm not I'm not going to concern myself with depriving myself of you. That's what she's thinking. I'm not going to introduce anything in the material world that you have to offer me because you are enough. That is a man that has evolved to his precipice when the woman in the prime, the top of the prime of her beauty, can look at you and say, you are enough. And so this is for you if it happens to you on a regular basis. That's your dating pool right there. And so the sex symbol man and the young, extremely beautiful woman, they're a natural match. They make sense because they naturally gravitate towards one another. And when you win the war, to the victor goes the spoils, you get the best. And when you win the war within yourself of abandoning the old version of yourself and deciding what kind of man that you want to be to have the optimal outcomes and experiences in life. What pictures of destiny are constantly speaking to me? What gifts am I not taking seriously that I need to give a serious look and consideration to and put discipline and time behind them? That's when you become that recognizable sex symbol man because you're operating at your heightened best at all times. And what does the best represent that comes back to you in terms of women? Young, beautiful women. We're talking 21 to 27 will naturally want to be in your presence with no offering because you are the offering, because you're clicking on every cylinder. That's the man that can overwhelm that woman. That her senses are so heightened that she's overwhelmed when she's in your presence, that she has to have you. Her biology speaks to her. This is all about nature. Everything I'm talking about is concerning nature. She naturally comes towards you. She naturally wants to be in your presence. Every escalation of the relationship is naturally her idea. Even when things physically take place between you, naturally it's her idea. And that's when you understand that the sex symbol man and the young, extremely beautiful woman, that they're just a natural fit. They make sense. You understand it when you live it because you've gone to war within yourself. And when you go to war within yourself, and the new you, the more elevated you, defeats the old you that once upon a time you were satisfied with, but then there was a level of frustration because you knew something was greater for you. And so you went after greater, and greater inside of you won. And when greater inside of you wins, then greater is just going to come back to you in return. So you went to war within yourself. And now life is beginning to show you what's on the other side of your personal evolution by virtue of you going to war within yourself and allowing the top tier evolved version of yourself to prevail and pervade that war. And when that happens, now young, beautiful women will go to war for you. When you go to war for yourself, young, beautiful women will go to war for you. And what do I mean by war? I introduced this acronym earlier in the year: ways, avenues, and reasons to be around you. That's when you know you've hit your precipice as a man in terms of sex appeal. When young, beautiful women at the top of their prime, they find ways, avenues, and reasons on a consistent basis to be around you. You went to war within yourself, she goes to war for you. And that's nature right there. Because if a woman chooses you with her biology, if she's biologically stimulated to be with you, then that's nature. Nothing good comes from us interfering with nature. And you can't let society try to talk you outside of nature. If something can talk you outside of what's naturally coming to you by virtue of the work that you've done on yourself, if something can talk you out of that, then something can talk you out of missing the best experiences and outcomes that you can possibly have. And when it comes to women, that 21 to 27, I promise you, man, it's a better experience on a biological level. She has a greater fertility window. She's looking the best that she's ever going to look. You can have experiences with her. You don't have to rush to have children. You all have a little bit of time. Everything's better, in that age range. And it's a perfect match for that man, even if there's an age gap involved, because men, they get better and better and better. And what happens is that there's just there's just a new pool of women that are always coming on the dating scene. And I can look at myself right here in the DC area. It's, all these universities around here. You go out and it's just like you just press pause. There's nothing but young, beautiful women that are in the surrounding schools, and the ones who graduated who decided to stay. There's just always a crop of women. And then you see the women that were once upon a time the younger women, and some of them are still out here. And now they're competing with these younger women, and these younger women are just running circles around them. That's nature. They had their time. And so as you get older, there's always a standstill available pool of women for you, because they're making a lot more of them. And as far as the elevated man who takes himself seriously and continues to master himself, they're not making very many of you. And so that's why there's a natural match, because those young women understand what should be afforded to them at the height of their beauty and their youth, in their prime. They understand what should be afforded to them, and they want everything that their prime says they should get. And so that's why you all are the natural match. You're the best that she can get. And so you can't let society, or you can't let anyone talk you out of your best experiences by them interfering with nature. If nature brings it to you, if she naturally wants to be with you, then accept what nature is offering to you. You can't let older women shame you. A lot of the hate and the shaming is going to come from older women who mismanaged the prime that nature gave them. They didn't get the best, and now the offerings are different because they're on the downside of their prime, and they see those young beautiful women who are at the height of their prime, and then they'll see the young beautiful woman at the height of her prime get with that man that she's primarily attracted to, that's a representation of the sex symbol man, and he might be older than her. And so they'll try to talk her out of being with him because naturally she wants to be with him, but nature has passed her by in that capacity. So that sex symbol man will go to where he naturally wants to be. And the older women want to throw the interference because they don't naturally garner the same attention and offerings and outcomes from men that they did once upon a time when they were at the height of their youth and beauty and their prime. So you can't let anyone talk you out of getting what's absolutely best for you, because that's what naturally belongs to you. That's what you deserve because you went to war. And if these women are going to war for you and they happen to be at the height of the prime of their beauty, then so be it. Because that's what naturally comes to you, because you naturally gave life your best, and life naturally says, here you go. But you just want to make sure that they're there for the right reasons. Just because a young woman is entertaining you doesn't mean that she has primal lust, desire, and attraction for you. And see, you have to understand this, and you will naturally understand this. You will naturally be protected by becoming the sex symbol man, the man that's clicking on so many cylinders that beautiful women offering themselves to him is a regular thing. The greatest thing about becoming a sex symbol is that you can spot inequity and, a lack of neutrality in terms of desire from the man to the woman and the woman to the man. You understand when you desire a woman and she doesn't desire you the same way that you desire her, and you naturally get out of her space because your mind is staying with the memory and, the frequent experience of women naturally offering themselves to you. So you can't consider or tolerate anything that's not aligned with that. So you're always protected from an imbalance of attraction. That's where men suffer the most, is because they engage in imbalances of attraction, because they're looking at that woman as the best that he's ever going to get. Oh, she bad though. Oh, she gorgeous. I'm gonna tolerate this. I'm gonna tolerate that. But in the end, they pay a price because that woman can't escape what she naturally wants. She can't escape it. So that man becomes her security blanket, and then she goes right back out there once she gets comfortable in that relationship with that marriage, and she goes to what she naturally wants. That's why you have to take this thing seriously in terms of becoming that sex symbol man. Not every man is dealt the same hand. We don't all have the same appearance, genetics, gifts, talents, and abilities. But you have to embrace whatever you were dealt, and you have to maximize the hell out of it to get the best experiences that should be afforded to you. This is something that you should take very seriously. But just understand, getting these young, beautiful women, extremely beautiful women, it's not a regular thing. I'm not going to sit here and sell you a fantasy. I'm not going to sit here and sell you a fantasy. But you get better. You're getting older, you're getting better, and it's just something that just naturally comes with it. And you should, especially like if you're in your 30s, that's when those age gaps really start. You got those 7-year age gaps, and you start getting those 10-year age gaps, and it might be 15. And the next thing you hit your 40s, and you might be dealing with women that are half your age that naturally want to be with you, that grab you by the hand. That's just the way that life deals it to you when you deal the right things to life. And so don't let anyone interfere with your natural fit. The things that are naturally coming to you are things that the universe and life understands that you should have. And when it's coming to you on a consistent basis, that is your level. And if that's your level, don't let anyone talk you outside of the optimal outcomes and the best experiences that you should have. If you become that sex symbol man, then I promise you, the young, beautiful women, the young, extremely beautiful women are your natural match. And they're going to come. They're going to come. They're going to take one look at you and they're going to say, okay, that's my final destination right there. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. Bring you a video just talking about the sex symbol man and young, extremely beautiful women make sense. They just make sense. That's just how it goes, man. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And I hear you all in the comments. You all want me to make subject matter videos on particular topics. Those are called custom videos. If you want me to make a custom video, you have to make a donation of $150 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App information that's in my video description. And once you complete the donation at the end of PayPal and Cash App, there's a note feature right before you complete the donation. Leave the subject matter of the video that you want me to make, and I'll have your video on my channel in 24 hours or less. And if your subject matter is more nuanced or detailed than just leaving a note, you complete your donation without filling out the note feature, and then you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth and nuanced and descriptive version of what you want me to make your video on. And I'll have your video on my channel in 24 hours or less. If you've been inspired, if you are improved, if you are enlightened by having encountered this message, then I want you to make a donation to my PayPal and my Cash App information that's in my video description. I'll never tell you what to donate. Just donate according to how you've been impacted. And just understand I never take a donation lightly. And your donations continue to keep me in position to bring you this elevated game. Okay? So, I'm spitting that real. I want you all to show me some love, okay? Make your donations. If you're in need of coaching, if you have different challenges, impediments, and just frustrations in the dating space that you've been unable to overcome, then I want you to reach out to me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave coaching in the subject matter of the email. In the body of the email, leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space. I'm going to do an assessment, email you back with the terms of the coaching. Once you accept the terms, we'll set a date and time, and the coaching will commence, and you're going to get your breakthrough. I understand that it's some frustrating experiences. I understand that there's some parts of yourself that you just can't seem to escape that keep bringing you unfavorable outcomes. I'm here to get you to the other side of it, to that place called breakthrough. Reach out to me via email. And also, I'm still looking to fill the remaining slots of the 5 individuals who want to take a year-long coaching journey with me. In this year-long coaching journey, what you're going to get is a minimum of 3 coaching calls per week. I'm going to do an assessment of you. No 2 individuals are going to have the same coaching. I'm going to do an assessment of you, exactly where you are and where you want to be. And then I'm going to create custom curriculum and coaching just for you. And your breakthrough is going to begin from the very first coaching call. So what this looks like is 3 coaching calls per week. And then you're going to have 24-hour access to me as well, meaning that you can be in any situation with any woman at any given moment in time, need any piece of advice, information, you can reach out to me. I'm yours for a year. In addition to that, I'm going to meet up with you in person at least once, no matter where you are in the world, and coach you in person. This is going to be a very personalized experience, consistent, groundbreaking. You're going to get your breakthroughs. You're going to evolve into a man that you don't even recognize. I promise you that. So if you're interested in taking a year-long coaching journey with me, then I want you to email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave mentorship in the subject matter of the email. In the body of the email, leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space, just in terms of where you are in life, in dating, and where you want to be. Okay. Then I will do an assessment, and I want to call you. I'm not going to email you back. I'm going to call you. We're going to get on the line, and we're going to decide if we're a good fit to work with one another over the duration of a year. So reach out to me if you want to, if you're interested in a year-long coaching journey. Okay. Email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Once again, mentorship in the subject matter of the email, in the body of the email, your name, your phone number, and tell me where you are and where you want to be in this dating space. And I'll call you. Lastly, my dating coaching community on the school platform. I want everyone to sign up. As I'm making this video, this is Sunday night. My coaching call in the school community is going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. In my coaching community, you're going to get exclusive weekly content videos that are not here on YouTube. I allow members of the community to give me topics and I make videos on their topics. In addition to that, once a week, and we archive every video that is made in the community. And in addition to that, once a week, you get on a live with me. All the members of the community get on the live with me, a video live that's happening right in the community. I do a monologue on a particular topic, and then we discuss the topic. And then after that, I'm your dating coach for an hour. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. The conversations on this live are so elevated. People are getting breakthroughs. The conversations are improving and elevating from week to week because the men are growing. And I'm very satisfied with the members of the community. And I want you all to jump on board. It's a very affordable monthly membership. And the link to sign up for my dating coach community will be in the video description. I want everyone to sign up. There is a monthly coaching tier I have available to you now as well. So if you would like, not quite a year, but more than an hour-long coaching session, you want to work with me for a month, something that you want to get through, get to the other side of, I'm your man as well. You just reach out to me at matthewchorne.com and specify the type of coaching that you want. I've enjoyed spending some time with you all tonight. Understand what the realities of what happened when you evolve into the best absolute man that you can possibly be, the sex symbol man. Understand what naturally comes toward you, and understand that nothing should interfere with nature. If the young women at the height of the prime of their beauty are offering themselves to you and looking for ways, avenues, and reasons to be in your space, don't let anyone talk you out of that. This is the spoils of war. To the victor goes the spoils. And when you go to war with yourself, when you defeat the old underwhelming man, because you got a revelation that there was something greater for you, and you get that greater, you reach that greater part of yourself, and that greater part of yourself wins the war, then freely accept everything that naturally comes to you because nature never lies. I'll see you all soon.